Got one of them. Got one of them. We both got one. That's how we can, you know.
I said
share
Lycan
the,
Grim.
You didn't say Lycan Grim. You said Lycan.
No, I didn't. I said Lycan Grim.
I didn't hear it. I'm sorry. Yeah, the mic must have cut out.
But
I mean, the Grim Stroke plus the Ember Spirit, it means Pugna doesn't have that ability to just live, right? You're going to have the Inkswell on top of him. You're going to have enough magic damage to be able to take him out. Like in Grimstroke, we've seen from Lil Gun over and over again, very effective. They end up picking the Tiny for themselves. Don't hate it. I mean, you've obviously got much more consistent damage coming out from Nigma.SEA, whereas Motivate.Trust, they're much more burst-oriented and a little bit more cooldown reliant.
Like you said, well, it's not really a factor. What are we looking for now for Motivate? They're trying to close this one out with their offlane. Hey, I talk about
just something to stop the Lycan from running around and doing whatever the hell he wants, basically, is all that Nigma.SEA wants, really. You don't want to go the puck. Do they, though? Do they puck? I mean, it's a pretty aggressive lane, like in Grimstroke. I don't think you can afford to. But there's not much left. Like, Sand King is gone. You don't want to... Do you want a Bloodseeker off? Not really. Mars is removed. You don't really want to offlane puck, I think, against an aggressive lineup. So what can they do? They banned out the Underlord. Pango? Not a bad Pango game.
Yeah, everyone's avoiding that at the moment. I do think he was heavily nerfed when, not in 7.31c, but just that stun lock is a big nerf to him. So I think it's... I
guess, but Lycan doesn't want BKB, right? Grimstroke won't build BKB. Coddle won't build BKB.
I think he has to get it this game.
Yeah, I know he does have to, but he doesn't want to, and it
sure
severely diminishes his effectiveness. So even though it'll be into a Grimstroke, I really want to see the Pango come through here for Nigma.SEA. That is for Motivate. Still lacking their offlaner, it seems. They can't Necro into this, I don't think.
Was that
Snap? I was saying Necro, but I don't value it into a Pugna. You've got plenty of lockdown, so I'm not crazy about it.
Could think about a Legion on Motivate. I'm trying to think of any other, like, there's not a lot of 3s left now.
Nope.
The spell is going to be really nice versus the Shaman. Double nuke is pretty solid. It's good lane. So, like, the reason why I didn't bring it up is because I think you're into a lot of magic damage. I think Necro can definitely be killed off this game.
Yeah, and you're into a Pugna in the laning stage. All he needs to do is drop the Nether Ward, and suddenly Death Pulse ends up hurting you just as much as you're regenning from it.
10 seconds remaining.
I really don't like this Necro. I understand why, because you're against the Tiny, but I'm not feeling strong about it. So again, this is just something that's going to stop them from running at you.
What
even is left?
Okay, so I don't think they can do this, but they have... Mizu has played the Storm Spirit in the offlane so far, and an Invoker wouldn't be the worst with Necro Ember, but my concern is your wave clear for the Lycan. That's why I feel like you need a 3 to help stand in front of towers, but you...
Pango. Yeah, just Pango. Really. Like, Necro is another one of these heroes that doesn't want to build a BKB. So just Pango. It's great. Like, literally none of their heroes, outside of a Sleight of Fist, is going to hurt Pango during Rolling Thunder. And you've got one hero that will buy a BKB, guaranteed, in Ember Spirit, and another hero in Lycan that doesn't want to, but will have to. And it clears waves. And it doesn't die in lane super easily to Inkswell onto a Wolf combination. And it's a Mizu hero. Like, I'm not seeing what's bad about it here.
No way. I saw it. I was looking at my hero sheet. I scanned past Mag. What's that hero? We don't see Mag anymore. I just didn't think about it anymore after that. Oh my god, alright, we got a Magnus.
I really liked Nigma's draft up until this point. I don't know about the Magnus. Because you've just given them another strength hero that Necro's going to be good against.
Have, but it's a good tiny game. Like carry matchup is very good. Supports don't really deal with the tiny. The Necro's the only person that does, but we both feel like it's not a free Necro game. Like he's vulnerable throughout this game. And we've both been saying that we feel like Tiny, like, yeah, he got nerfed. That grow reduction in damage does really hinder his farming speed. He's going to be ridiculously amplified in a game like this. It gives you a little team fight, like Vortex into RP. The team fight, it's decent now with it. So I wonder if it's just like, yeah, Tiny got nerfed a little bit. Let's give him power. He's going to be back to kind of around the same position he was prior. And he's got a good game. So I wonder if they just feel like that's enough.
It's a better draft than they had in game number 1. I'll say that much. I just thought Pango would have been so great. But I have faith in Nigma.SEA to be able to take this game number 2. Again, they still have something to play for. So it's not like they're just going to completely throw this one away. Storm Pugna, very effective. Pugna against a Necro, very effective. At least they've got the Lycan units that are going to be able to focus down the Netherward, which is nice. You know, you don't need to fully commit heroes to be able to do that. So that's going to be a little bit of a boon to Motivate.Trust. But I think overall, carry-to-carry matchup is superior. Pick-off is superior. It's really only the Lycan that you're worried about at this stage, honestly. What do you reckon?
I don't know. I'm intrigued to see how this Lycan actually looks, because I think we are also both under the opinion that, under the belief that we feel like this Lycan hero is actually relatively decent now. Like, definitely viable with the buffs to the Helm of the Overlord, the buffs to the Lycan in general. So I'm kind of surprised we haven't been seeing teams pick it as much. On a side note, they don't have really a wolf bite target, which I have last time I saw the Lycan. They did go down that route, but so I'm excited to see how it's going to shape up in a game like this. But I am going to favor Dire just because I think they have a way to deal with the Necro, and I think Tiny will carry this game with the Mag.
Yep, and you've got Storm Spirit with a Pugna, so constantly present on the map.
The battle begins.
Bit of a... Is it even a concern? But they don't really have like a Nullify builder. What are the stats on Nullifier again? Let's see.
Damage.
Damage, armor, and regen. Yeah, so, I mean, Tiny, you kind of want attack speed, honestly, so...
You get that from the Moon Shard.
Yeah. Yeah, so I suppose you just, like, the way... Maybe you don't need a Nullifier because of all the magic damage you really have to go through Ghost Shroud. So maybe that's not as much of a concern, but...
Or you just 100 to 0 him, right? They've got... unless, like... Even Grimstroke with the shard, you could probably get burst from 100 to 0 in that 3 seconds.
It's gonna be... I think it'll be a good last game, though. I think it'll be a good last game between these two teams to close out our Phase 2 action. Is there a lane that you're most excited to watch? Is Masaros is in trouble? He's gonna be killed off. So in your... Okay. Well, that's not good, because the Necro is supposed to have a pretty good matchup versus the Tiny in a lane.
Again, not with a Netherward dropped. Like, you just deal... You deal more damage to yourself than you heal. Like 100... 100 mana cost... 55 healing from it, so you're just going to be killing yourself every single time you're trying to spam it out there in the laning stage. You are not lacking tower damage either, so this is one of those games where Boombui can just go 4 points Netherward and feel very happy about it. Like, he just puts it up in preparation for Masaros to go and want to last hit, and you just can't. You can't contest against it. He is being zoned out by a 5 Pugna.
How long does it last for? Is it just flat time?
No, it increases with level.
Oh yeah, I see 18.
Tower is under attack.
Well, it's gonna reduce the Heartstopper aura, right?
Yep. Gonna reduce everything,
That's
even
high.
just the life damage.
Soros, look up the trick. He's dead again. He is dead again, as in your dream gets the kill.
When I tell you this is one of the worst matchups that a Necro could go into, that is just reality. Like, Pugna is almost a hard counter to the Necro, which is why I really hated it when they picked it up on Motivate's side. I understand that they didn't exactly have the answer to the Tiny, but a part of that was their own doing. I mean, they banned out, like, the Underlord, for example, who's an okay one.
And he stayed in base for a little bit and is now walking back out. I thought he was just going to wait to TP, but now he's like, all right, well, my mates just will walk out because of the potential for me to be killed off again.
Yeah.
For my coffers.
I was going to be like, are they going to smoke him outside the base? I guess the one silver lining, silver, is...
Bronze.
Yeah, bronze. Is Mizu's really not getting much out of bottom. Only a couple last hits. He's definitely doing much better in regards to experience. That's one thing. And I guess that's really is kind of the important thing, though, for the mag.
It's already said, all right, time to farm up. We've got this Empower. Of course, with a Tiny, it's just going to buff him up even further, but even just being able to get your own farming potential. Where's Coddle going? Like, what's he trying to do here? Is it down to the avenue of, well, we can't lane into this anymore because it's so horrible, so let's just not lane. He's walking around underneath an Observer Ward, so that's why you're able to just correctly position yourself here on Tigger. Sorry, on Boomboy. Man, he's just stealing the creeps. Like, what is he supposed to do here on Masaros? Like, he's going to try and heal himself, but he'll probably just die.
Oh, no.
He can heal now.
Got the pulse, but oh, no. The creeps hit the tree. He's going to get body blocked anyway. Oh, boy. Who'd you predict again?
When Bro, I predicted Nigma.SEA as soon as I saw this.
No. I couldn't remember. I'm not.
Oh, I was close to predicting Nigma.SEA 2 picks into this draft. I'm going to be honest.
What the hell? Bro, Avocado can't be that bad.
Like, relative to what they had, it is. And what the bans were. Sorry, I was after the second phase of bans.
Storm's having a very good matchup mid. Lacrity just claimed a big stack by the small camp. And of course, the Storm Spirit is always a little bit more favored. Oh, yeah, well, I think with level 6 on Alacrity, Masaros is very vulnerable to one rotation.
Oh, you hate to see Gacha Boy come top for this, though. Again, like, it doesn't make things easier having to come up against the Pugna. Like, now, well, Ember can't last hit. He can, but he's going to take the damage from it.
Are they stacking at least? A little bit of the hard, a couple of the ancients. Nothing crazy. Dude, what a game. Oh my lord. In Your Dream is loving life. Top of the net worth, 3,200. At least you've got remnants now on the Ember, so he can always kind of shove out the lane. Try and shove out the lane and be able to get out. But... oh, it's not looking good.
It's not looking good. I mean, Mizu, even though he's still behind on the net worth, they're going for a kill here. But again, this is a Magnus with 2 braces. He's going to be just fine, you would think. Oh, nice little dodge there. He's leading in experience. Like, he's slightly ahead of Mizu because he's been left alone against Jokam here. Masaros, he's getting rotated on. Jokam's coming mid, maybe thinking he could get a cheeky kill there.
Surprised he didn't stay.
No, he might just be getting the bounty and coming back.
Okay, yep. Well, you look to shove the lane in and enforce Masaros back now. You've got a catapult. So someone's going to have to come to defend this. I wouldn't hate seeing Boombui rotate, and yeah, he's going to do just that.
Nighttime as well.
Don't hit the tower.
I mean, Lycan's the one that's going to be putting the pressure onto your side of the map, so sure. I don't hate to go for this move either.
It should be pretty obvious. If he's not hitting the tier 1 mid, I
don't know, you're a Storm. You can take stacks.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that. All right, well, he's going to run into Leaf. Actually, zip into the lane. Lacrity's going to be off the mark with the initial zip, but still with the help of the double damage rune, KMP is going to be killed off. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the level 6. It's great rotation from Alacrity. They lost the catapult, so they will not be able to put as much pressure on the tower, but Hey, Massos is like, thank you for feeding over your life. That is a tactical death. Now I am getting me some catch-up.
He's going to need it. Still only a little bit behind the Magnus, but more importantly, Mag is capable of fighting now if he wants to. Hasn't put the point into the reverse polarity yet because doesn't have the mana to use it when he's going to be spamming out that Empower. But yeah, you're still very happy right now if you're on Nigma.SEA's side, both for the Tiny having a very free game up on this top side, not contested at all on Kami-sama. Nearly finished up the first Hyperstone, and it is 7:40 seconds in.
Prediction on Hyperstone and Ag Shard? Well, I guess he's got...
He's going to have a full Moon Shard and an Ag Shard at 15 minutes at this rate.
Mizu just going to look to TP out. Inkspell won't be a potential. Nice read.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Gotcha boy trying to get the illusion. They might find that first kill. Gotcha doesn't have chains, but he does have slight back up surely. Dude, Tigger's only level 2, so it can't even... Oh, look at the scythe! Let's go! And he gets a tip.
Well, it's important to give any kind of kills over to Masteros. He gets a little bit of that extra base regen coming through as well, which is always nice. But he's not going to be able to do much to be able to stop your dream up here. I mean, now when Pugna's back alive, he probably just comes top. You just want to be following around Masteros as much as possible. Not yet that level 6 to be able to enable.
Alacrity's going to go for Tigger. They are starting to TP in, but dude, Tigger just gets ripped apart. Double null with Fairy's Trinket. Alacrity's got all his early game items that the Storm would be requiring. What do they look to do with KMP in a game like this? Okay, how does he kind of help the lads out?
I mean, I think you're going to need the Reaper's Scythe to be able to play around next. You can't exactly run into In Your Dream with how big he is. So, you know, maybe another pick off onto the Pugna to enable the Necro to have some kind of impact and then use that.
Oh, Masros is dead again. The lane ward scouting him out, just overstepping the mark. Boy. I honestly like to see them somehow get Yokem's level 6. Of course, you've got the tomes coming out shortly. I don't imagine you'll give it to him, especially with how close he is to it. But definitely, Serpent Wards is going to be a must for NGX.SEA so they can take objectives early. Because you're getting these kills, but you're not kind of netting them into any map control.
I still think you're in a fine spot though, right? Because you've got he's 1,000 gold away from picking up that full
power and fight. God, Jesus Christ, that ward damage. Level 2 now. Oh, well, had level 2 there. Now level 3. And they pop Shapeshift, so poor. He can decrep, but can he TP out? No, not going to be able to go for it. So they got the Scythe. Second charge for Mastros. Let's go, baby. Necro's back.
So a little low on mana, so I'm not sure how great he's going to be at defending this. It's like Alacrity is just trying to grab the creep wave. Reduce this impact as much as he can. You're not going to get this tower. Alacrity's still totally fine.
They're going for Yokam. Here you go. Run into the Inkspell combo. It's still potent, but Mizu's going to look to TP in. They got to make sure they don't group up. Oh, they did it. Oh, they did it. They grouped up. That is beautiful from Mizu as he just leaps into the middle, finds a triple RP, and NGX.SEA. They all show up to the party, and why wouldn't you when the party looks like that?
Yeah. And that was right as Bumbui hit level 6 as well, so even before that he would have had the capability to do this, completely replenish Alacrity, but now you've got a Tiny with that, he has the Moonshot if he wants it, yep. Courier's going over to the secret shop, be able to rip this one apart with the damage coming through from the Empower, of course, as well.
How do they take this stack?
Which stack?
The Ancient. They'll do it now.
I guess Masteros needs it, yeah. Okay, that's not too bad. Picking up the old Fairy's Trinket.
Masteros. He's taking so much damage. Oh boy. Dude, look at Tiny's net worth. Is he got Moonshot? Oh god.
Yep.
Dude, this is gonna be like a...
I told you.
I know, but it's gonna be before 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like 13:30.
Radiant's
I
middle tower is
genuinely
under
think this
attack.
is the...
He's getting an ogre axe before that, probably.
Far... is this the...
I would say it's one of the fastest of all time.
I
Yeah.
think he's the most tiny at this stage. Has anyone been able to get at this raid? Look at this. Alacrity, the backline. Even giving him power as well. Why not? A little bit of bonus damage here for the Storm Spirit to play with. Leaf doesn't give the Ink Swell over to Gotcha Boy. Someone at least saw bind them together, but Boom Booey on medic duty. Dude, in your dreams, just mauling down creeps. Double Moonshot, baby. Let's go.
Well, he's level 12 now, so even more damage. Because each subsequent level is worth so much more now of the grow relative to before. Before you only got 5 extra % every time you leveled it up. Now it's 10% each time.
Oh, they saw Gotcha.
Out of the lower point.
Good RP.
Boom Booey TPing top is a pretty big deal.
Gotcha Boy. Is you not having Blink is going to make it a bit more difficult. Of course, he can skewer in.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Crimson? Or is he just... You reckon this is just...
I think just Vanguard. This, in your dreams, might be in... Never mind.
Come on, bro. He's going to have Blink Dagger. And then the shard by 15 minutes.
I need to be hitting creeps. This wasted time. That's valuable time in your dreams wasted. What do you reckon his GPM is?
670.
670? It's 590 right now.
Oh, well.
What do you reckon it'll end on?
960.
Jesus Christ. Alright. I'm gonna go like 763.
Blink?
They get double blink? Is that what you said? Yeah.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He has 50 seconds to get the gold for Aghanim Shard so that he doesn't fall behind.
Oh no. How could he ever fall behind? Not the tiny. Alright, well, KP's almost got home with the Overlord. We'll see. Unfortunately, yeah. Yeah, they are. And I like this play.
They go on the Crimson on Mizu. I mean, if it's a Lycan, it makes sense, even just for the sleight of fist damage.
Oh god, he's got an invis. Uh-oh. Good for Gotcha Boy. I think they're trying to see where the remnant is. Like, Boom Booey's trying to scout out. Oh, okay, well, there we go. You came jump in with a Hex. Give the kill over to In Your Dream. Keep that GPM rocking and rolling.
Way behind, doesn't have enough for the shard yet.
Oh, disappointed.
Away though. Using the Centaur just to scout out Roche. Not sure exactly what that's going to do. KNP probably could have used that to help you farming a little bit, but I think he's got his Helm of the Overlord available. So, the Ancient Black Dragon. Nice little creep to be able to claim for yourself. But your towers are going to be melting pretty short. You don't have Glyph for 2 minutes, and honestly, tier 3 towers are in danger at this stage.
Maybe not now with Serpent Wards used. I would have said yes if they didn't use it, but...
Alright, there we go. Shard's coming out.
Dope. I genuinely think he's the most farm tiny at this stage in the game. This is bonkers, dude. What the hell? I think they may have smoked underneath the lane ward mid. Oh, they got... Well, now they're going to reveal themselves anyway. Trying to target down Mizu. He's pretty tanky with a Crimson, but the Scythe will make sure that Crimson is nullified as Boom Boo is going to go for a TPR. Decrypt will not protect him for the magic damage from Motivate. Okay, they might be able to
Don't get excited, bro. Don't get excited.
Well, backline, who have they found? Alacrity. Alright, NGX.SEA. Energy.
This is just... It's a mauling at this stage. Even with those 2 kills, they're just going to come straight back up. You're not going to have Shapeshift. You're not going to have Reaper's Scythe. You're not going to have Spirit Form. Just go on forward again and just rip them apart.
They're trailing. They are trailing the Motivate heroes to the top side of the map. High ground ward giving them all the information.
Hello, Masaros.
As In Your Dream jumps in.
Bye, Masaros.
Couple of swipes. Quick and easy in Yocam. Well, there will be no way to cancel the shackles. Does he have a remnant now? He does, so they're going to be forced to drop the RP. But Alacrity is beyond godlike. Oh boy.
What's he got coming out to him now on the Storm? He's just got an Aghanim shard of his own.
Really interesting.
I mean, they can just Roche off this. Give him the Empower. No, he's already got it. Never mind.
Dude.
350 damage a hit.
Your dream has to be thinking about his GPM. Roche ain't doing shit for it.
But make sure you get that last
Oh,
hit.
Jocam. Onto the cuddle. Bro, support someone like that, and that is just easy pickings. I don't know. I think In Your Dream just blinked on the high ground. I got another kill with Leaf showing, so. Oh, Motivate, no. This is not looking good.
Promising showing in game 1. They're trying to go for the Aegis Deny just with the Wolves, but good setup of the Sentry to make sure that doesn't happen. Does In Your Dream need this? I don't think he needs this.
What, the Aegis? You want to give it to the Pugner or something?
Yeah, absolutely. No, give it to the Storm. I know he's already got plenty of regen up, but it just enables him to dive super aggressively. You just want to force a lot of these movements out, a lot of the attention over to the Storm Spirit, because Mizu, he's going into a Lotus Orb rather than something like the Blink Dagger for himself to get that counter initiation going on. So I feel like you just got to make him panic.
I think the reason is because, I mean, NGX.SEA, they just want to close this game out. And yes, Storm can keep getting kills. Age is going to help. But in the end, Tiny's your high gun sieges. Bimpui? He gets killed off, and now Bimpui is just... That's all he's doing. Just baiting his life, dangling. So Yocam can have that chain control. He's already got maxed out shackles and 2 points in the X. So yeah, it's not a free game at all. We were kind of mentioning both sides that the Shaman will look relatively good.
Guess the win from
1.
Correct.
Alacrity is going to solo kill Leaf. He might even kill KMP as well at this rate.
He'll have enough to get away.
Oh, there's a neutral item.
Nether Shawl. He's pinging it.
Whose is it?
Pretty sure it's
Radiance, yeah.
So, all outer towers gone, 19 minutes in. This feels like a unranked game against Smurfs, to be honest.
What? There's still tier 2 mid, though.
Most tier 2's gone.
That's right, correct yourself. I shouldn't even have to. Disappointed, to be honest.
Well, Asteros is farming underneath Vision.
Run, friend. He's going Radiance.
That is optimistic.
Oh no! Toss him to the team! In Your Dream wants the solo kill.
Nearly killed himself from the Nether Ward again.
You know what I like to call that?
What is that? Is that space?
That is space. Mizu's trying to cliff Leaf. Actually, in fact, drag him closer to Alacrity. Silence going to prevent the RP, but he's able to deal with the Phantom's Embrace, and the threat of the RP is there, but I guess they feel like they don't need it with Alacrity having so much mana pool. They zip-zack back and forth wherever the remnants are placed. Continuing his beyond a godlike shriek on the Storm Spirit.
What can you say at this stage, if I'm being real? There's no coming back into this.
Oh.
I would eat my hat if they came.
You'd eat your hat? You do a shoey?
Wait, since when is that eating a hat?
No, I'm obviously changing it.
I will do a shoey regardless. You don't need to make me lose.
Yo, that's so not true. That is so not true. You're gonna do a shoey Friday then?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Alright, so we can put it on Twitter. We'll report it.
Sure.
Are you being serious? Like, is this a virtual handshake we're gonna do?
I never lie.
No. We're doing, like, right now, virtual handshake or no?
I said I will do it, so I will do it. We're going in onto the high ground, cast the game, Ares.
Dude, Gotcha Boy just it's obliterated. And Mizu's in with the RP. In Your Dream, just get it tickled a little bit. Or maybe who's doing it? Oh, they might call it now with scything an illusion. Honestly, they might do it. Like, if you're ever going to. Oh, don't tip him. Oh, it's Motivate. Okay, we're chilling.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Honestly, that's worthy of a tip.
Radiant's middle barracks are under
yeah, but
attack.
dude, NGX.SEA, like, they're down and out, man. Like, that's bullying at that stage.
Maybe if they won game 1 in that manner, I would agree. But
Radiant's bottom tower
it's a little bit of revenge.
fallen.
Let's go! So we got Aegis for another 50 seconds. So going In Your Dream, creating some chaos and maybe giving the opportunity for Gotcha Boy to deal with the backliners. Yocam is in a bit of trouble. But now with the respawn, how can they kite the Tiny, who still has the BKB in the arsenal? He doesn't have a tree, though, from In Your Dream. He'd love to be fighting with a tree. They're also about to give Alacrity streak over, but somehow he zips out to the safety of the high ground. And now they're healing him back up. But In Your Dream... Oh, whoa, Mizu! Beautiful skewer. Now you've got the tree. That's all he was waiting for. Needed the big badonka-donka. In Your Dream... Couple of swipes, couple of right clicks, and a couple of GGs out from Motivate as we have completed our phase 2. 12 days of group stage action. And in our last game, we have NGX.SEA taking it, and Tigger and Gacha Boy giving some more chatting.
Now, I don't want to say that my backgrounds are
oh boy, here we
prophetic,
go. Oh
but
my god.
We had a level 20 Tiny, 13, 0, and 8 Kami-sama 22.5 minutes into the game. And who's here? They
can't see the screen yet.
Well, show the screen.
Well, he got 803... Wait, no, he got 795 GPM, so I was closer.
Show the screen.
All right, man, fire out. Hang on. Got stuff to do. Yeah, screen's up. Yeah, I know. We see Kami-sama. I know. You didn't do any... What, you impacted Motivate's draft? Oh, did I did 2-0
I told
for Motivate.
them,
that's not good.
It was a horrible Necro game, and then they went ahead and picked it. So I would hope that I didn't, because that would have been directly going against what is just a hard and fast rule. Do not play Necro into a Pugna, even if it seems like a good Necro game, because that will happen.
Yeah, it's a perfect example of what happens. And also an interesting example of what you can do with a Tiny and a Magnus, although he had a free lane anyway. So I honestly wanted to, like, there were a couple of things I wanted to see this game, like how well the Lycan would really shape up and how the Tiny would kind of feel throughout the entirety of the game with the Magnus. Like if it would be almost like his old self in a way, pre-patch. But man, yeah, there's really not much to say. NGX.SEA, solid draft. They executed. That's the main thing in the end. Beautiful performance from them. So at least they're going to be able to close out the group stages with a little bit of momentum. But same for Motivate as well. They have to be pretty happy. Like you beat NGX.SEA. They are, with that victory, the team that finishes in second place. So we'll see if that's going to be enough to bring over into phase 3 though for them.
Yeah, so I think what that does in terms of the standings is from top to bottom, we've got upper bracket, Polaris, then Nigma.SEA, then Army Geniuses, and Execration making out the top 4. I would have to say if it's first place 4th and second place 3rd, Execration aren't unhappy about that. I mean, I know they were playing Polaris with a stand-in, but they looked pretty damn clean today. So even though they're having to play first seed, I think they should be feeling pretty confident. And Army Genius, Nigma.SEA, that should be a pretty good series as well. Two teams that have shown that if they get the right drafts, they're able to put stuff together that look pretty damn impactful. And then lower bracket, RSG, Patriots, Motivate.Trust, and Lilgun being able to round that one out. And of course, unfortunately, Neon just coming up one step too short. They're going to be bowing out in the group stage while we watch the major for 2 weeks and then come back. What's the first day? Is it the 25th that we're coming back to the Pro Series?
25th.
I want to say it is.
Yes, it is.
Nice. And that will be at 5 o'clock Singapore time, I believe. Yes. But I'm sure, I can't remember what I did 2 weeks ago, let alone plan for something 2 weeks from now. So just make sure you're following the BTS channel. That's the best way to be able to do it, so that whenever we go live again in about 2 weeks' time, you're right there and ready for this action. But hopefully you guys will be watching the Stockholm Major group stages with us, particularly for the Southeast Asian games. I know I'm going to be there, and really supporting the boys, especially from Boom, Fnatic, and T1.
It's going to be exciting. I'm really excited to see how the teams are able to shape up. Of course, we had a LAN maybe a month and a bit ago, 2 months ago, actually, with Gamers Galaxy before DPC. So it was nice to see that LAN environment. It's now going to be exciting to see how Stockholm Major will start up. Of course, that is tomorrow. So I'm very excited for that. Root on for the Sea lads. Show the support, because there's some incredible teams over there, and they could make one hell of a run and potentially even claim it as well. So for
it's our year. It's our year. Let's
It is
go.
our year. Let's take over. But for Danog and I and the BTS Pro Series crew, we are done for Phase 2. We're going to go on a 2-week break. We will come back for Phase 3, the playoffs, May 25th. We will see you guys then.